Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So in this video, I'm just going to walk you through a quick way to warm up for your day or your yoga practice. Just get your heart pumping and just kind of get present. So we're going to be moving through some Sun Salutations, and I'll cue you through breath as we go along. A really important part of the yoga practice in our lives is to breathe as we move. That just kind of helps link everything together and give you the fuel that you need for the movement to wake up all those tired little nooks in the body. So I hope you enjoy. So we'll go ahead and start at the top of the mat. Feet about hips distance apart. And just gonna rock side to side, finding a nice firm stance here. Once you've got the feet rooted down, just kind of energize through the legs. The shoulders relax, arms alongside the body. And just begin to breathe into the lungs, taking in full, deep breaths. Maybe envisioning the breath moving into the belly, the ribs, and the chest on the inhales. And then leaving those three areas on the exhales, nice and slow. Move into your ujjayi breath if you'd like, adding a little constriction to the back of the throat so that you can really drag the breath in and out. It's a little more of an audible quality. Feel that core ignite on the exhales. Let's take one more breath. Next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Let your gaze travel up with the fingers as you breathe in. As you breathe out, swan dive down to your first forward fold. Hands might pass through the heart or splay open wide like wings. Let the weight of the head go. Knees can bend here to help support tight hamstrings, or you can keep the legs straight and just keep the back more upright so it's nice and long, not overstretching or overdoing anything. Let's take one more breath here. On your inhale, we'll glide the hands up the shins, reach the chest forward for a half lift. Keep your gaze forward as you exhale, plant the hands down and step back into your first plank pose. Now, getting settled in plank, you can always tap the knees down if that feels most supportive in your body. Otherwise, you can experiment with lifting the hips up pretty high and then dropping them down low, and then find that sweet spot right in between where you feel supported by your core here. Arms are really strong, legs are energized, shifting forward to the tips of the toes. Take an inhale, still looking forward slightly. As you exhale, lower down all the way to the belly, knees, and then the chest lands next. Uncurl the toes, press into the tops of the feet, and peel your chest up for a cobra pose. So just barely lifting up, maybe even just use the strength of the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift to cobra. You can stay here or press into the hands a little bit more. You could experiment with hovering the hands, using the strength of the back even more as you reach them back. You can even lift up the toes. Take two more breaths wherever you choose to go. Breathe. One more full round of breath. And then slowly lower yourself down. Just shake into the hips here, let the head land. Hands beneath the shoulders, we'll press our way back into a table position. Getting your fingers set up so that you're set up and supported, ready for your downward facing dog. So you can choose to turn the hands out slightly, widen them slightly, make them more narrow, whatever you need to do so that your arms and shoulders feel happy. Curl the toes under and begin to hover the knees off of the floor, just barely, feeling the low ribs draw in. And that transverse abdominis, the lowest part of your belly, and that deepest layer of abdominals starts to work here. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale, begin to lift your hips up toward the sky like a fishing line is pulling them up. And let your chest shift back toward the thighs. Just like in your forward bend, you can bend your knees a little bit here to alleviate some of that pull on the back body. Or you can experiment with pedaling the feet out here, shifting the hips. You can even lift a leg if you'd like. Take one more breath in your down dog, really just settling in here. And then on your inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and as you exhale, take a few steps to the top of the mat. Once you're there, rise up halfway once more, reaching the chest and gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms lift to the sky, breathing in, lifting, looking up, maybe hands connect and draw the heart. And we'll add a little rhythm to our Sun A now. So on an inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down to your fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. As you exhale, plant the hands, step back to your version of plank. Take a bonus inhale here to look forward and shift forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down, so you can choose to come into your chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing this time, elevating the thighs as you press the arms to straight, engage your core to support you. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, use the strength of your abdominals as you lift your hips up, uncurl the toes, and come into down dog. Take a full breath in and out. Take an inhale to prepare, looking slightly forward. As you exhale, step up to the top of the mat, or maybe a gentle hop. Inhale as you lift halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Weight of the head goes. On an inhale, rise to stand, arms lift up, maybe overhead. And exhale, right back into it this time. Inhale, lifting up half. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank, or you can tap the knees down. Inhale, look forward, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to the belly. Inhale into cobra or upward facing. And then use your exhale to lift you up and back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms lift up, maybe overhead. 2 more rounds of Sun A. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting. This time, exhale, step back to high plank or hop right back into your chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing. Exhale to downward facing. 1 full cycle of breath here. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or gently hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms lift. 1 final round. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back. Move through your flow, your own way of doing that, of course. Modify, amplify at any point. Down dog is where we meet together. Let's take a cleansing breath in and out. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or a light hop to the top. Inhale as you lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms lift up. This time, exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment, feel the heart beating, maybe interlace all but the thumbs, let the hands rest to the chest, feel the heartbeat. Feeling that inner fire beginning to grow a bit. On your next breath in, we'll sweep the arms to the sky, bend the knees, coming into your chair pose. Settle in here the first time in the pose, building a little heat. You can play around with where your weight is in the pose. Experiment with shifting forward and back and find that place where you feel balanced. Low belly is drawing in, just enough so that we're not uncurling the tailbone completely. You can open the arms wider if that feels a little better in your shoulders or it just feels nice across the chest. Let's take 1 more big breath. Take a bonus inhale. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, same thing as before, step or hop back, move through your flow, however you want to do it. Your down dog, on an inhale, lift the right leg up, just enough to get some momentum. As you exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. For our Sun B today, we'll move into crescent lunge. So stay on the ball of the back foot, and then inhale, rise up into your lunge. You can always tap the back knee down for a little more support. Holding on to this first round for a couple of breaths, just kind of settling in. You can add any arm variations that feel good. Take one more breath in wherever you are. As you exhale, plant the hands. Step back, move through a flow. If you want to move through a fancy version here, keep that right leg lifted as you go through your chaturanga, and let the foot land as you rise into up dog. And exhale, we all meet in down dog. Inhale, we'll lift the left leg up. As you exhale, step the foot through. Get your bearings here, nice firm stance. Inhale, rise to your crescent lunge, arms lift. And settle as you exhale. Experiment with what helps you feel stable and balanced, supported here. Good, let's take one more complete breath. Inhale. And then exhale, hands come down, frame the foot, step back. You choose how you want to flow, or if you want to flow. You can always skip the vinyasas. Downward facing dog. In your down dog, take a full round of breath. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Coming up with bent knees as you come into chair pose. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, hands to the heart. So we'll go through our Sun B twice more, now creating a rhythm. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, vinyasa, or skip it. You can go straight back to down dog if you like. Once you land into your downward facing, we'll lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale, rise into your crescent lunge, arms high. As you exhale, just cartwheel the hands down. Step it back, move through your flow. Keep it simple, make it fancy, whatever you'd like to do here. Again, our goal here is to warm up, not to overdo it. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step the foot through. Once you feel balanced, rise, inhale. Exhale, hands plant down, step it back, move through a flow, or skip it. Coming into down dog, take a full cycle of breath. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to chair. Bend the knees, lift the arms. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, one more round. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, flow or skip it. Down dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, calm down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. You know it. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, follow your breath through your vinyasa. We all meet in our final downward facing dog. In your down dog this time, take a big breath. Stick your tongue out, release the pressure. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, rise half. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, last one, bend the knees, lift the arms. And exhale, hands to the heart. All right, you guys, that concludes our little sun salutation warm-up. If you're like me, your heart's beating, you're more aware, you're definitely feeling it a bit. You can use this practice to kind of propel you into your day or into whatever kind of movement you feel like flowing through from here. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so you get notified when I upload more videos. And as always, visit me over on nancynelsonyoga.com for more information and resources. Thanks so much. Namaste.